Just like holding the door open, like trying
Okay.
to get folks
Save the children.
hype.
Yeah, go ahead and do a persuasion check for me.
7.
Okay. As you are bringing people out, you're trying to draw attention to this one exit, and you're getting people around, and there's another light that's flickering, and it's Zenith with the shocking grasp. And in the flickering light, you can see the professor climbing up a ladder to get to the where the orb is, and he's got gloves on his hands, and he's got his goggles down, and he's going up. He's like, "Don't worry, I'll fix it." He starts climbing up there. Sinclair, roll an acrobatics check for me.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And it's gonna be a contested roll with the dinosaur as it comes into view.
Here I go. +7. Balls, man. It's a 9.
Yeah.
But I can see him.
Yeah, let me find Tales.
So far, I've rolled a 1, a 2, and a 3 tonight.
Gotta catch them all.
I know, yeah.
I rolled pretty low. As this Triceratops comes out of the darkness towards you, a big kind of front horn kind of shows itself first, and out of the darkness comes, as it comes into your dark vision, these 2 horns extend with a big face shield behind it, and this huge animal just starts rumbling towards you in the darkness, screaming.
I was hoping it would be a Triceratops.
Yeah.
Frankly, I think their faces are probably the easiest to climb up.
Explain how Sinclair gets up it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run straight for him and just kind of hop up in the air and get like 1 foot on the nose horn and jump up and like just swing up and try to get around behind his, or at least like see if I can use like his horns as somewhat handlebars so that it's not like headed towards where Val's at, either right or left, whatever makes sense.
Okay, roll an animal handling check for me with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Because the dinosaur is considered distressed.
He sure, yeah, I imagine. Here we go. There's the freaking tab. Okay. This is +1. We're gonna roll 2d20s. Crit fail and an 18. So I got a 2 on a crit fail.
The dinosaur continues down the hall of motors with you.
Sure, he's going straight. Yeah, he's going straight.
Oof.
Okay. Okay, cool. But I'm fine.
Yeah,
boy.
you're fine.
And this is quite a distraction now.
You hear just the shattering of glass, and you feel a liquid on you. At first, you think it's the water from the fire extinguisher or the fire extinguishing system. But as you burst through glass with this dinosaur, you take 10 points of damage as it, and you hear the engine workers inside scream as they start to run out of this area. Hadal, you as a fly see this happen. You see the dinosaur crash in and then continue to crash through. And Sinclair, you're on the dinosaur as it passes through into another part of the building.
Cool. Okay.
Hadal, what do you do?
Do the people that are still in the room, are they still there?
No, they run out of there. As the dinosaur crashed in and blasted a motor past it, it just kicked it off to the side easily. They all freak out and start to run out of like an emergency exit into the main viewing area.
Okay. Then I'm going to drop my wild shape and get to work on the engine and try to get those parts out.
Okay.
get to
Go
work.
ahead and roll an intelligence check for me. Yeah.
I'm going to cast enhance ability on myself before I do
Nice.
whatever that thing is. Enhance ability. Hold on.
It's like eagle. No, that's eagle splendor.
Yeah. Fox's cunning.
Fox's cunning.
You would.
What the hell does it do? Target has advantage, huh?
Yeah, advantage on whatever int skills.
That is 13 total.
All right. You start to loosen up a bunch of bolts. You start to take pieces off. Smaller pieces. You get like a plate exposing like an interior thing, but you don't really know what you're doing other than taking pieces apart right now. You're not familiar with this craft, but you do get a start on kind of taking off like different pipes and bolts, and you start loosening things around it. Yeah. What are you looking for right now?
I assume that Val described to me what the things are and like where they are in the unit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking for those things.
Okay. I'll say it starts to take you some time. Like it's taking a lot of effort to get into this thing. It's slow going with one person.
If the
And
engine was made out of wood, you'd be a lot better at it as a druid.
Maybe so.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't love using metal tools. I guess then maybe through the sending stones, I'll be like, hey Val, if you're not too busy, could you come in here if the coast is clear and maybe help me find these pieces we're looking for?
There's like a rampaging dinosaur in the room as well now,
No, it burst
He
through
passed
the
through
other
the
side
room.
of the wall, and it went to a
and
completely
continued.
different part of the museum.
Then I immediately I run in and come over to the engine with you, like whip out my own tools and start getting all the
Okay.
superfluous parts away.
The professor keeps climbing up higher to get to the electrical box as you go away. Zenith keeps sparking in that area, and you head over to the engine. Go ahead and roll with Hadal's help. Roll an intelligence check with advantage now.
Can I roll Arcana?
Yeah, this would be Arcana would work for this because it's a magically infused ring.
Heck yeah. Ooh, 2 11s, so 21.
Nice.
So good.
All right. Yeah, you start to take apart the engine. You have to go over and get like one of the lifts from the other side, and everybody's out of the emergency exit. You see just silhouettes of people running by. A huge distraction's going. The glass on the walls starts to just have water drip on it, so it gives you a little bit of privacy as you guys are in here. And you guys bring this lift back over and pull the engine out. And as you pull it out, it kind of looks, yeah, you see these like rings wrapped around kind of lines of not real, like fake cores kind of put in. So there's these like enchanted rings, and these cores are like, I'm imagining it like, you guys ever see the movie The Rock? Nicolas Cage pulls out the bioweapon and it's got those beads hanging. Like those are what like the cores like sit in, and you pull it out, but there's these like rings that surround it and keep them together, and those rings are what you're looking for. And
This is it.
It's poison rocket gas.
Yeah. But these like little balls are fake. They're like, since this is on display, they're not just going to keep real power cores in here ready to rock at all times.
Are there any around though?
Yeah, and the actual engine that the other people were working on, they have a couple of power cores. They probably have about 4 of them out there.
Ooh. Uh, these are the valves. Go ahead.
Valves
This
are
is
about as
what we're looking
big
for.
as a steering wheel to a vehicle.
And how many do we need?
3.
I'm gonna say 3.
I think we said 3.
Not 3 of them. Your back 3 were damaged. The 3 of 6.
I guess I'll take them and run behind Sinclair down the path that he took through the building.
Mm-hmm.
I'm right behind you.
Do
I'm
you
getting the
take-
cores.
Okay, you take the cores. Yeah, so the cores are a little bit smaller
Fuck.
than volleyball size, so you have to use both hands to carry them all.
Can I carry 2 with
Yeah.
one hand?
Yeah,
I'll
you can
grab
carry
2.
2 with one hand, kind of like, yeah, kind of one in your hand and one kind of crucked into your elbow.
I'd say 2 with the water falling from the fire
Mhm.
extinguishers, whatever. It's like
And
not
in the
penetrating
dark.
through
and-
her.
yeah.
It's not
Um,
penetrating through her disguise self. Like she should be looking like she's getting wet, but she's not.
Yeah, you're just dry as hell the whole time.
Just perfectly, like exactly the same as before.
You go, Sinclair. You start bursting through walls as it carves around the outside of this museum. You burst through areas like the world of tomorrow and Dinotopia and like the halls of the past, like what would have been like when the pyramids still were here and were being used with the original dinosaurs, and what does the future look like, and the hall of like other machines, possibly like you see Warforged in there, you see boats, you see kind of like the history of like Cobus and Newcraft. And go ahead and roll another animal handling check with disadvantage.
Okay. I love these. Like,
Don't roll under a 5, or do.
I
That'd be
love these. Just like, well, I mean, I'm probably gonna. So there we go. +1. Oh, there we go. I got a 16
good.
that time.
Okay,
Getting the
you
hang of
bring
this.
it. It starts to veer. It comes up against a large display of kind of like an undersea display. It comes up to this tank of water, and you get it. It wants to turn near the glass window that goes out the cliff edge, and you pull it to the other side. A horn drags and splits the glass on this giant aquarium, and water starts to rush in through the glass, through these cracks, as the horn of this dinosaur scrapes against it. Water starts to flood out, and the crack gets bigger and bigger as you turn it into the museum again, down into the heart of it. Everyone else is following along. What else are you guys doing?
Did I happen to see what was in that tank? Like what kind
No,
of?
you saw like little fishes. It's a big
Okay, was
tank.
it a big tank?
Yeah, it's a big tank, and you just saw a couple of little fishes near this part of the glass.
Okay, cool, great. Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
I'll can I call Zenith back to me? Just leave the professor. Oh.
You want to call it back?
I'll call it back. I'll go back out there and be like, Professor, come, we gotta get out of here. Just
You
come
just hear
down.
I almost got it. Ah!
He
Oh,
falls.
What? Wow.
Yeah, he falls.
Yeah, he falls.
I will.
He's probably gonna die.
How far? It's pretty far, right?
Yeah, he
He's
was
an old
climbing
man
up
though,
the
right?
ceiling to get to an electrical box. in the
I'll
water.
cast Featherfall. Can I see this happening?
Do you have dark vision?
I do not. Oh
Yeah.
fuck.
Is he falling by the light? Well, he's falling above the light if he was. So
Yeah, he
It's just
climbed
the
up
like
to the ceiling.
electricity
That's just
crackling.
what you hear. Like in the sounds of the chaos and everything, you don't hear a thud or anything. I think it's. I mean, you're following a rampaging dinosaur.
Then I'll just. Oh god. No, that's not right.
and
Although
I'm a little unclear. Like, did he recognize your disguised self, or did he see through your disguise?
I don't think he did.
Oh yeah. If I ever said, he only used the name Marlo.
Was it Marlo?
Yeah.
So did he know you, or did he think he knew you?
He knows
You know somebody named Marlo.
a version of. He knows what
alter
she's
ego.
presented. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, that's all. Yeah. What do y'all? Yeah. Old man's falling. He's definitely gonna break.
Dog, what are you doing right now? You
I'm just
have
chasing
glowing
after.
green rings. Yeah.
I'm just chasing after the dinosaur. Yeah, trying to. I'm hoping that the dinosaur will charge out of the wall into space, and that I will be able to, like, I don't know, wild shape into a fucking giant bird and carry these rings off or something.
Cool.
That would be dope. I did just narrowly avoid, I think, crashing out the side of the 14-story museum.
Now the dinosaur is headed in towards that central structure that the professor was climbing. It's headed back into the ring.
I will go see if this old man is okay. I'll just make my way over there to where I last heard.
Yeah, you kind of move through the people that are rushing out, kind of getting through some groups that are kind of flowing against you. Go ahead and make a strength saving throw not to get knocked over in the dark.
Strength saving throw.
You're just being pushed, right? The floor's slippery and it's dark and you have people running the opposite way of you.
10.
Yeah, you get knocked down a little bit. It takes some time. Go ahead and take roll real quick. A little bit of damage as you get knocked down. Just 5 points of damage.
Jeez. Okay.
You get back up. You get to an area where Zenith flies back down into your hand and kind of like masterfully kind of curls up and kind of puts itself away. And you see in the flashing, flickering light from above, you see kind of like the silhouette of somebody laying down on the ground.
Oh, fuck. I'll run over to him. Professor?
Oh!
Is he's alive though?
Yeah, he's alive. You look down and he's bleeding a bit, and it's from his leg, and it looks pretty bad. I don't think I can walk. Oh!
Oh, yes, you can. We gotta get you out of here.
Oh, yes, you can.
Oh, yes, you can. And
Well, see you later.
I'll give him cure wounds. I'll cast cure wounds and kind of hoist him up and like lean.
How much do you cure
up.
wounds him for?
I cure wounds at first level. For 12 points. For 12 points. Got an 8 on the die.
Okay. Yeah, he gets up and he has a pretty bad limp. He's got that, like in every horror movie, that person's just got a limp that makes him kind of really slow. He's able to get up and walk, but he kind of leans on you a little bit. Well, no, we have to get out of here. I don't know how we're going to explain all of this.
You saw it was a complete accident. Really?
I
You feel
know,
like there should be fail safes on the doors for the dinosaurs? That's
You
the
think there
only
would be?
control panel.
I've been saying this place's security system has been wool honky the whole time I've worked here.
Insurance claim. Talk about an insurance claim.
Okay, Sinclair, do an animal handling check with disadvantage.
Okie dokie. Come on. +1. 10.
10. With a 10, you don't get it back under control. And Val, you start to feel kind of the hammering on the ground again, the rumbling. As you look over into the darkness, you just see little flashes of light, and you see just kind of like if it was a strobe light, you see just like people like in motions of running out of the way.
Is this we're like up on the very, very top.
14th
Yeah.
floor.
And is there like a hole open in the middle, or
Yeah, so there's
Just,
imagine it's like a big donut, and you guys can walk around on the inside of the donut. On half of the donut is a big bay window. The other half is the natural preserve behind you, like an entrance into like an outdoor space. You can run that way to the outdoor area, or you can go out like the exits or back into the center column that will bring you down out of this room.
out into the outdoor space? But we're on the 14th floor.
It's like imagine like it's on the side of a mountain, like the mountain went up and like the building like sticks out like that, you know. And so like there's a big area like that leads to like the upper mountain areas, but it's like so like you guys came in from the bottom, rolled the elevator up to the disc going out, and then there's like a dino preserve that continues kind of up the side. It's not like some steep, super rocky mountain. Think like the Appalachian Mountains. It's like you can hike up them and stuff.
I will run to the nearest elevator shaft.
Okay, you run to the middle with the professor. That's probably what you're closest to. Go ahead and do a dexterity saving throw, and I'll do one for the professor.
Now, if they're within 10 feet of me, they get to add stuff to it. How close are they before they're making the dexterity save?
At the point at which they're making this, they're pretty close to you.
So you get plus, I think, hang on. You get +3 to those. The professor, too. He's an ally. He's not a dinosaur, so.
+3 makes 16.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me look up.
This professor's dead as fuck, y'all.
Oh, God. He did a kindness to me and I killed him.
He doesn't even know your name. You know, he deserves it.
Oh, it's complicated. I'm a monster.
All right. The professor rolls. Okay, an 8.
Respectable.
What did you roll, Val?
16.
Okay. You try to move out of the way, but the professor is just slowing you down. That you manage just to get yourself out of the way, and you feel kind of a blow to the side as you kind of spin off to the side. You only take 15 points of damage. As you get
But he
hit
takes 30.
Professor, you just and you just as this beast just crushes past you. You see Sinclair just like holding on to like the head, trying to calm this thing down, and it bursts through the side, and you see the professor get knocked down to the ground underneath it as it blasts past you. Sinclair, do another animal handling check.
Yeah, bro, I got you.
Advantage again.
I'm going, it's a 5.
Yeah, baby. You have no control over this thing still.
No, but I'm learning though,
You're
I'm
learning.
gaining
You're
experience.
learning a lot.
I don't want to
Hadal,
go into an
you're
amateur
running
dinosaur
behind
race.
it. You have the rings, and you come across Val and the professor. Hadal, you do.
What? I do what?
Yeah, Hadal, you come up after the dinosaur crashes through. You run up and you come to Val and the professor. The professor's on the ground, and he's looking like hell. I would say he's probably unconscious on the ground.
And we're next to
Are
a big
we?
elevator shaft?
Yeah.
Can you make sure Sinclair gets out of here all right? I've got the professor.
I literally don't know if I can do that. He's off on a stampeding dinosaur. I don't know if there's anything I can do.
You turned into a fly earlier. Can you not turn into something else?
I can turn into many other things, but nothing I think that would help in this situation.
Now, I will say that dinosaurs are beasts.
Well, I would. Okay. I
Can you
guess
speak with beasts? Can you speak
I-
with beasts?
I don't think I can.
Can you dominate beasts?
No, I think that's kind of high level.
You
That's
can
fourth
wild
level,
shape
I think.
in beasts.
I don't know what that would achieve.
You could
See dinosaur pals. Go run through a wall or something,
Dinosaur
bro.
on dinosaur smackdown.
be a really sexy dinosaur.
What's the goal? Is it to he can get off the dinosaur?
Can he?
Yeah. I'm trying to minimize damage, Colin.
To what?
The college, the museum, the priceless artifacts.
It seems like basically
We gotta get
you
out
have
of
you
here.
have not been able to do that. I don't know what I can do to
Once
help
I did.
because I don't know what you're trying to do.
Well, just get him and get out.
But he can get out himself. He's just riding the dinosaur for fun.
Oh, then fine. Then I'll help me with the professor then. And I'm like trying to like with the power cores in one hand, and I'll like try and drag the professor like and jump down the elevator shaft and cast Featherfall on all of us.
I think with the cores and trying to drag an unconscious body, it's too much for one person to do alone.
I mean, I'm also carrying things, so I don't know if can I help somehow while also carrying what I'm carrying?
Yeah. If you are willing to help with the professor right now, you guys.
I don't care about him, but I mean, we need to get out of here, and her Featherfall apparently will help, so I'll go along.
Okay, you get to the elevator shaft, and the elevator is down. It's just a long, dark shaft going down.
I'll
the
have like a
power's
little.
out. The elevator, the floor is not coming back up.
I'll have just a little like 5-foot glow from Zenith.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. Falling and falling and falling.
You cast Featherfall on the three of you, and you jump down the shaft. You guys are floating down now. It's kind of quiet. Water still kind of trickles in, kind of like raindrops on your head as it falls past you. And you guys start to float down to the bottom of the campus, kind of that main greeting floor. As you're falling, the professor is just kind of floating there, and you guys are kind of like holding him, making sure that like I don't know, he's upright and he's trying to bleed. Go ahead and do a medicine check on him to kind of keep him stabilized, possibly.
Wisdom.
Adal, do you know anything about this kind of thing?
Yeah, I could do a medicine check. I could also heal him, I think, right? Is that?
Yeah.
But you already did that, right?
Well, then he got
hit by a
And then a
dinosaur.
dinosaur.
Yeah.
He got
Oh,
run
then he got
over.
hit
hurt
by
more?
a bus for 30 damage. Yeah.
He just got hit by a triceratops.
He fell off a ladder in the dark, and then he got up, and then he got he got electrocuted. He got hit by a dinosaur.
Hold on,
This
let
man's
me.
gonna have
Oh no, not that.
superpowers after all of this.
Hell.
Just
He
one
better.
something toxic, and he's the next Spider-Man.
I can help you with the medicine check, or I would like some help because I've got
Yeah,
nothing
I just
going there.
cast. I can just cast healing word on him.
Okay. Okay, so you stabilize him, I'll say,
Okay.
from the brink. Sinclair, we're back up to you. You crash through the Hall of Architecture. You blast past the wall of deep sea exploration. You are now in the Hall of weapons. It's just like ancient, like tribal, like spears, and kind of going up to swords and stuff like that. Just display
Cool.
pieces. Yeah.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Roll an animal handling check again.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, and I'm not like petting his snoot, like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
$13, getting higher.
All right. I'll say with the 13, you start to aim it in the direction that you want it to go, or you have one facet of control over it. What do you kind of use it to do? It's still moving. You can't get it to stop.
Yeah. I
Aim it.
think
Is there something you'd like to do with it?
I think I'll just try to get it to go like straight down a hallway for the most part. Just try to minimize as much damage as possible while I'm trying to slow it down.
Yeah.
But it's not
You start to kind of control it. At first, you were trying to aim the head and kind of use the big the big part of its head as a steering wheel, like a big rig,
Yeah.
And now you're starting to kind of get a little bit more control over it, and it's starting to respond to your turning of it. It heads back into the center spoke, and you're just kind of getting a better control over it. Meanwhile,
I think I'd sorry, just eventually I think I'd try to lead it back to wherever it came from, to wherever that expansive part is. Yeah.
Okay. Hadal and Val at the bottom. People are rushing to the area, but most people are rushing out. So like you got like a big mix. You got these like professors and rangers like running in, talking on sending stones, like get them out, and other people are like get in there. Like there's like these mixed messages going on. There's chaos at the bottom. Shoot! Like tourists are running out. You have the professor and he's hurt. You stabilize him. You kind of get slump him over both of your shoulders. You have the arcane cores, or the power cores, and Hadal has the arcane rings. What do you guys do in this moment, in this chaos down here?
I think we just head out the door, like carrying the professor, and just go out.
Maybe
cough, maybe do some coughing. Act like we barely made it. Maybe we're limping ourselves.
Okay, yeah. Do a deception check for me to try to get out of here without getting noticed. You get a pretty noticeable thing going on.
I haven't rolled a single decent roll tonight.
15.
12.
Okay.
That's not
That's
bad.
decent.
It's
Not
decent
bad.
because I have modifiers. The roll was 8.
That's chaos.
I haven't rolled I don't think I've rolled above 10 yet.
Well, then you're due.
Somebody shouts over, Professor Lindenberg, Professor, and then like you see another person in a lab coat running forward, medic, medic, and he's calling a couple of medics over to you guys in this area, and a small group of people come over and take the professor from you. Malo, are you okay?
It's gonna be all right.
Oh,
You're in good hands now. We're almost out.
Did you get your invention back?
I did. Don't worry about that now. Just
Oh, I saw it
Just
happen.
relax.
Don't worry. I'll explain everything to them.
oh, you're too good. You're too good. You're all right now. I'll
Your
Just go
friend,
with me,
your
Nick.
friend, Sinclair. Sinclair was up there.
and I'll turn to Hadal, like, do you have a way to get a hold of him?
Sinclair?
Yeah?
Yeah, we all do. We've got our cell phones.
Oh,
Good. Good.
I'll,
Make sure you're safe. Don't worry. I'll let you know what happens. Come to my office tomorrow.
if you still
Like
have
he's not
an
going to be in the
office-
hospital for weeks. Yeah.
I know. Don't. You just rest. I'll see you when you're back, when the lab is put back together again.
If he's fine in his office tomorrow, then he's obviously a lich or something like that, and he has to be destroyed.
Yeah, maybe I will check in on you just to see.
If he's a lich.
All right.
Yeah, can
you
we like
guys-
go off away from the entrance and like Sinclair?
His lab assistant is kind of the one who called over the medics and everything, and he looks over at you guys and he sees the cores and the rings.
Does he though? Oh.
Yeah, with those rolls, yeah, you get the professor safe, and he sees them, but there's obvious a bigger emergency happening right here. Yeah. Sinclair, back up to
Yeah.
you, baby.
Yeah.
Roll that beautiful beam footage. That's Dino beats, man.
Yeah, baby.
Roll them Dino bones.
Dino beats.
Damn it. Okay. All right. You know how you get better at skills? Repeatedly failing them. Boom. That's an eight. That's an
I'm just
eight.
gonna cell phone to Sinclair. Actually, Sinclair, we can get out of here. We're actually me and Val are already outside, so you could actually go. In fact, you should actually leave immediately as soon as you can. We'll rendezvous back at the Rising Sun.
I think I'm almost done here. Oh, but yeah, I'll meet you back at the ship.
They don't
Sinclair.
normally-
Oh yeah, go for it.
They don't normally race the Triceratops. It's not really a beginning rider's dinosaur. But if you think he's all right, we'll just go.
So far, I've only taken damage from rolling a crit fail. So,
Yeah.
we don't have to keep having me roll this over and over and over again. I will eventually leave the dinosaurs alone.
You're not going to get it under control. You get it outside into the
Hell yeah.
preserve. What ends up happening from all those failed rolls is that it takes you a while to get the nerve to get off this thing. And now you found yourself in the preserve as it's getting dark.
Cool.
It quiets down. You don't see the building in the distance, but the Triceratops kind of runs off through the brush, and you grab a vine or a tree branch hits you and it knocks you off, and you land on the ground. You might have got the wind knocked out of you, but you
Okay.
just hear the cicadas, and in the distance, you might hear some birds, and the last thing you hear out there for the night, well, I guess we'll call it a night maybe, is you hear the yell of a dinosaur that does not sound like the Triceratops.
Interesting.
Oh, like a brontosaurus.
Just a nice
Okay, so the
guy.
sun is about to set, or
It's getting dark. Yeah,
Okay, great.
we're in that golden
Okay.
hour.
Then
Beautiful.
yeah, okay, I'll figure out what to do. Maybe climb a tree or something like that. I won't lock anything in just yet because I have to strategize, But I'll attempt
You
to.
have to come save your.
I don't know how
Probably
late
wait.
it is for you guys. It's 12:10 over here, so I don't want to keep you guys up.
I'm fine with calling it there. That's a perfect stopping
Okay.
point. That's what I figured.
Well, I appreciate it. I feel really off
Love
my game
summer
tonight.
summer.
I came straight from work, and it was a weird day.
I thought it was great. I was just like, it's just
Yeah.
haul of this after haul of that.
Yeah, I appreciate it, but I
I
definitely feel
you
like
paused for a second. I was like, oh, I wonder what this haul's gonna be. Weapons, like, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Hall of magical items.
I put my hands out. I just start grabbing.
Yeah.
Writing like, yeah.
But thanks for playing with me. Thanks for playing
Sorry.
tonight, not just with
Thank
me.
you.
But, yeah, appreciate you guys.
Fuck yeah,
It's
dude.
It's great to see Val in full swing.
Yeah.
Sorry, we wrecked your whole
Might be
cool Jurassic Park lab.
It's all
Hey,
right.
he wrecked his own lab. He's
You
in
have-
control.
You have to go get somebody out of Jurassic Park, or he has to escape from Jurassic Park essentially.
That's true.
Never go
No,
back
what I'm
here
gonna
again.
do is I'm just gonna find a different dinosaur to ride my ass out of there.
There you go.
Yeah,
Probably maybe a medium size.
Velociraptor. They got
There you go.
Veloc in the name. It's like Velocity Raptor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Easy.
Fast predator.
We're gonna end with a vignette, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh.
that sounds fancy.
It is.
Who's
We'll see if
vignette?
it works. We'll see if it works. Miwo is at one point standing in the bank with a doll.
Like
Rings
like
around
before?
his arms
Oh,
glow
okay.
as he's about to explain something to Hadal about how the bank works, what he's seen out here. When all of a sudden he's transported to a ship that's docked somewhere else on Cobus. And a figure speaks to him in the darkness. You hear the creak of a chair. Hey, I was wondering where you were. We've gotten to the island now. Your services are required. And Miwo kind of says to the familiar voice to him, I'm going to play it. Let me know if you can hear it. Yes. Yes.
Not
Did you hear that?
clearly. Not clearly.
No.
Yeah, not really.
I'm going to send it to you guys in the group. I had David record it. I wanted to include him if I could. As he turns.
Yes, Pirate King, my lord.
I heard it that time.
As a door opens for him, he walks into another room where many figures are dressed all in white, holding knives, looking at him expectantly. And that's where we'll end it.
Wow.
Sounds like he's
Pirate King.
sounds like they needed him to prepare a good meal for them.
They brought their own knives. Wow. Very considerate.
He is also from Volkovic. And he was like, eating people is not that big a deal, right? So
I think he
maybe
said
he's
in a
about to
certain
cook some
circumstance that
people.
maybe they do it like to honor the dead or something like that.
But he
Whatever the
is
case.
he's called to this person like not of his will.
Yeah. It seemed like just in the middle of whatever else was going on, just suddenly he was whisked away.
Mysteries abound.
Okay.
And then what about the coin with the hole in it? Is there one of those in the vignette?
Yeah, maybe the figure sitting at the chair takes a similar coin and slips it onto the table in front of him, puts it down like he's done using it. You know, once Miwo gets in there, he kind of sets it down on the table, a similar looking coin.
But we don't actually see this. Sure.
Yeah,
Interesting. Have we heard of the Pirate King before this?
I would say that you are familiar that there is such a thing. There
a
might
guy.
even be multiple, there could be multiple people. There is like, it's like saying president, right? There's the president and then there's presidents of things, I would say that, yeah, there's people who go out there call themselves Pirate King, but there is a figure known as the Pirate King.
There's levels.
There's levels.
To Pirate King.
He could just be in anybody and he just calls himself the Pirate King, like a name.
Yeah. It's like a Long John Silver's, there's like
At first I thought it was the captain that we first met in Thebe that was like taking us out for drinks.
Oh, Captain
Just
James.
Captain there, yeah, I was looking through my notes trying to find him, but so hey, it could be Captain Dane.
More of a pirating talk.
Sure. Good voice.
All right.
Well, Jacob, will you let me know like whatever amendments to the list in the magic shop you want me to make?
Yeah, I will let you know.
Okay.
Sorry I didn't do that more.
No, it's no big deal.
I was hoping I'd be freer today. I was wanting to make maps and I had a whole like to-do list and everything. So
It was great. Don't
I
worry.
appreciate you guys. Not all of them will be solid gold, but
No, it was
fun.
It was
I thought it was
great.
excellent. And with a map, you can't just run a Triceratops off the map,
yeah.
Some things you just gotta not have a map for.
I just knew I wanted it to be chaos, because at least in chaos, like nothing needs to really make sense.
Sure,
That's true.
That's
Then
that's
just
fun.
the fact that it's chaotic is sort of the excuse.
Yeah.
A bit.
There's a lot more freedom in chaos,
That's true.
So cool. Well, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah, fuck yeah, that was fun. All right, yeah, nighty night.
Right, night.
All right.
What time is it,
everybody.
Roxanne? What time is it at your place right now?
I am same as Jacob right now, so it's like just after
12:20.
midnight.
Okay. All right, night,
Time for
guys.
bed.
All right. Night, everybody.
Yeah. Later.